played great in the first, quarter and a half of the game, and got ahead 27-0 in the game. And I think when we did, we relaxed a little bit. But you got to give Tennessee's guys a whole lot of credit because they sure didn't flinch and they didn't give up at all, and they kept playing hard. And then it became the story of third down for us on defense. Time and time again, we got off the field on third down in the beginning of the game, stopped drives. Each one of their drives, we had several third downs, 4 in the last one, where we could have got off the field on third down and just didn't make the play to get off the field. And got to give them a lot of credit for their execution, but we didn't do a very good job on third down. I think our players got tired a little bit in the game on defense. We played 46 plays in the first half, which hurt us a little bit, but I was really proud of the way our guys competed in the second half. When they made the score 27-17, and we put a great drive together offensively and went down and scored, that was huge in the game. We had opportunities twice to finish the game on offense and fumble the ball both times. Great drive to take the clock in the game and then fumble the ball on the 1 yard line. And really, it's not important to score. The guys trying to score a touchdown, it's really not important to score. The only thing that matters is the clock. But it was a great drive. Great job by our defense when we fumbled it the first time to get out of it with a field goal, which still kept it a 2-score game for us. So, and then the offense did a really good job of taking the clock in the game. It must have been a 7 or 8 minute drive to get it down to 2 minutes to go when we fumbled on a 1 yard line. But really proud of the way the guys competed in the game. We didn't play a complete game, in my opinion, in terms of the way we started. We didn't sustain it throughout the game, and that's something that, we really, really want to do. If you're going to be a dangerous team, if you're going to be a dominant team, you've got to be able to sustain, for 60 minutes in the game, and we were not able to do that. I thought their quarterback that came in, number 11, really did a good job in the game. His athleticism gave us some problems, had trouble containing him a few times. They did a nice job with some of the quarterback runs that they had built into their offense, which was a problem for us. But I thought our offensive team did a great job when they needed to. We had 2 3-and-outs at the end of the second quarter, and they kind of got back in the game with 2 scores to score 10 points. But we played well on offense when we needed to, and that was a great team win for us. It was a great team win for us. I'm still wanting this team to be a consistently dominant team, like we were last week for 60 minutes in the game. And, you see signs of it, but we weren't able to do it the whole time. But I have to give Tennessee's players a whole lot of credit. They had a good game plan. Their players did a good job. We didn't tackle especially well, and we have a lot of things that we can improve on. From an injury standpoint, Cam Robinson has a high ankle sprain. I don't know what his status will be. They'll probably determine that tomorrow. And we got a couple other guys nicked up, but I don't think anything that's going to be significant. Lane Kiffin just had cramps, so he went in and got an IV. A couple guys got ankles, toes, sprained foot. Both got a sprained knee. I don't know that any of these things are real significant, but I don't know how long they'll be out either.
Questions? Amari Cooper, a single game record tonight. What did you see from him?
Played great. The guy's a great player, and when he plays fast, he's hard to cover. Blake did a really good job in the game throwing the ball. Blake made some huge plays, 2 scramble third downs to keep drives alive. Blake did a really good job of throwing the ball, and Coop did a great job of getting open. And so obviously when you set a record, that's really something significant. But at the same time, I think Cooper probably the first guy to tell you his teammates did a really good job of protecting for the quarterback. The quarterback did a good job of getting the ball, and he took advantage of the opportunities that he had. And the guys had a phenomenal season for us.
Update on Christian Jones.
Christian Jones tweaked his hamstring at pregame warm-up, and we tried to get him loosened up, but he couldn't go. I don't know. I don't think it's that bad, but seed.
There's a balance, obviously, with getting the Cooper ball and getting so dependent. You have concerns about that, or you just get it to him, he's open, he's dynamic, and go with it? As
Well,
the
you know,
season
that's
progresses.
kind of like saying, you know, you get 26 outs in the game throwing fastballs, so you should throw a changeup.
Yeah.
The guy hits it out of the park. I mean, should you play to your strengths or not? And we have other good players, and, you know, D. White did a good job in the game tonight. He had some big catches and did a nice job, and, you know, we need to get some other guys involved. And I think that'd be great, but as long as Nine's getting open, as long as we're throwing him the ball, I don't think we should tell the quarterback, don't throw it to him.
What do you think of Blake on that big drive? Like you said, they cut it to 10. It seemed like he made some big plays, big throws on third down.
Made a big throws on third down, made a big scramble third down for first down. Really a great drive, and you know, it was a heck of a football game. You know, you got to give those guys a lot of credit. We knew this would be a tough game for us, but it's a tough place to play. We had an opportunity probably early in the game to, you know, put the game away, and we didn't do it. And we got to give them a lot of credit for, you know, the resilience that they showed in coming back in the game.
Obviously, this was a unique situation for Lane Kiffin. How do you think he and all of you guys handled his return?
I don't think it affected any of us. I really don't. Lane's done a really good job for us all year. The players like him, respond well to him. He's really a good coach. And I think why all the people in Tennessee are pissed off at him is because they know he's a good coach and they were upset when he left. I get that. I understand that. But I know that there's a lot of really good fans here. We have a tremendous amount of respect for, you know, Tennessee, the people that support this program. It's a great program. I can understand why they would get upset. I understood, you know, why they, you know, burnt me at the stake in Baton Rouge the first time I went back there after, you know, going to the Miami Dolphins and then coming back to Alabama. So I get it. You know, we all have fans that are that way, but I think we all have a lot of fans that really appreciate, you know, when people do a quality job. And I'm sure there's a lot of our fans and Tennessee fans that realize that Lane Kiffin is a very good coach.
Can you talk about how your team's responded the last few weeks, especially going into November?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Just how your team's responded since you won this game, going into the bye now?
Well, you know, I think that, you know, we've kind of played, I think we got a team that's, you know, sort of up and down a little bit. We struggled a little bit at Arkansas. You know, we played great against Texas A&M. We played great at times in this game today, and played so-so at times in this game today. So I think consistency in performance is what's going to be the key to being successful down the road. And I think that that's something that all of our players need to understand, and I think they do understand that. We have to be able to play Alabama football on a more consistent basis, and that's something that everybody's got to be committed to and all in to trying to do.
One more.
Cam Robinson, when he went out, you shuffled some things at O-line. Was that, did you have that plan in place in case he went down with Leon moving over? And Brad, did you see anything from what they?
Well, you know, we think Leon is the next best left tackle. So it's always been our plan that he would be the next left tackle if something happened to Cam Robinson. He practices there each and every week. You know, you don't like to make double switches in the offensive line, but when it comes to left tackle, you know, it's a pretty important position. We think Grant Hill could play there. We also think, you know, Austin Shepard could play there and Grant Hill could play right tackle. So, you know, I'm just hopeful that, you know, Cam's going to be able to get back, you know, in a couple weeks, and we won't have to lose him for a long time.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.